Hello again. So in the last video, I showed you how to make a request to a web API and get information and use the response, which is in a JSON format, to get information and work with it in Dynamo. So today we're gonna do quite the opposite. We're gonna create this information and export it in a JSON format. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you a way of visualizing this data. So we are going to start off by collecting the information. In my case here, I have this this layout, and I'm going to try to collect the rooms and some data about these rooms. So I'm in here in Dynamo. I'm going to categories, and I'm going to collect rooms. There you go. And then I'm going to collect the elements of this category. So I'm going to type all elements of, I'm not typing. So all elements of, so we have of type, we need of category. There you go. So if you don't know where to find them, you can either do the same thing I'm doing, typing in here, or click the right button on the mouse and type in here, or you can go ahead to here in Revit and find them under selection. These nodes are in here, so you can collect families or types or by ID and so on. In my case, I'm just interested in collecting the category and then all the elements of the category. So because I'm working on a automatic mode, I have the answer directly that I have 9 rooms. So these are my elements. So I'm just going to group these together and type collecting rooms. All right, and let's give it a blue color. All right, so now we need to collect the information or the parameters of these rooms. So one way of doing this is actually, so I'm going to start first by collecting the room name. There you go. Okay, so this is the room name. I'm also going to collect the other parameters using get parameter by name. There you go, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. So let me delete these ones, and I'm just going to pass the element and take a look. I have nothing because I didn't pass any parameter names. So I'm just going to create a code block, and I'm going to type what are the parameters that I'm looking for. So back to my Revit model, I'm just going ahead and collect the area, also maybe the number, the name, and okay, so that's it for this example. So I'm just gonna type in here area with a capital letter for A, and then we said also number and also name, and I think we can also collect the level, although we have only one level. All right, so I need to pass these in here. You can see there is only one input and I have 4 of them. So what am I going to do is actually create a list. and create 4 inputs and just join them all together. There you go, this is my list, and I'm going to feed this into the parameter name. So you can see I have in here 9 elements, and it's given me only one list of parameters, so it's just like one element. And to get all the 9 elements parameter names, we need to work on the level of each room. So we need to work on this level. I'm going to show you what do I mean by this. So I'm just going ahead and drop down to level 1, the level in which I have the rooms. You can see level 1. Here I have all my rooms. So now you can see that I have 8 or 9 lists. Actually, it's finishing with 8 because it's starting with 0. So I have collected all the elements, and here also I have the names. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is actually create a dictionary. So here in dictionary, I can create a dictionary by keys and values. So I'm going to, the keys are going to be, or wait a minute. Yeah, so the keys are going to be these, all right, and the values are going to be these. So what am I going to do is throw this list as keys and these values in here. And you can see it's not quite what we need to do, because it's giving me a number and then things that have nothing to do with number. So again, we need to operate on a different level. So instead of operating on this level, we need to go inside them. So I need to go to level 2 in here to work on each list and find for each list, or associate for each list, its number and the area, the level, and so on. So as you can see, it's quite easy to create this dictionary, and then we can go ahead and write the JSON, but I don't want that yet. Or you know what, actually let's do it, and then I'm going to show you what I want exactly. So I use this inside import export data stringify JSON to write a JSON. So I'm going to take the values from here and feed them into this, and you can see I have this this JSON. What I need to do next is actually create a file. So I need first of all a file path, and I need also a write text, this one. Okay, so let's take this and browse. I'm going to write on this room data. If you don't have a file, just write the name of the file that you need with .json at the end, and if you don't have it, it's going to be created immediately after running this script. So I'm just going ahead and put this one in here, this one in here, and again I have it automatic. If you don't have it automatic, so if you have it manual, just run the script. Okay, so this is what are we going to do at the end. So I'm just going to group these all together and type in here export JSON file and change the color like this. Okay, so but let me unplug it. So what I'm going to do actually now is you know, sometimes we need to add things that are not in this get parameter value, as the ID, for example. So I'm going ahead and go to element ID. So I'm going to add one more parameter. All right, so you can see now I have the IDs. Next thing, we need to add them to this list. So let's go ahead and type add item. Let's write it like this. Okay, so add item to front or end. Let's add it to the end. And I'm going to join this one in here. So this is the item. And my list is actually this list. All right, so let me take a look at this. So now you can see I have these lists, and then I have a list of IDs. When I don't want this, I want them to be all together. Like this is one room that has all its information together. So again, we need to go ahead and operate on another level. So we need to go here to level 1, because these are on level 1. And on the other hand, in this list, we need to operate on level 2 on each list. All right. So there you go. You can see them added, and I no longer have a list of IDs at the end. Okay, so this is my new list that I am going to work with. So let me make just some space. All right, so this is, instead of this list now, I need to work with this list that contains the IDs. All right, so now we have new values, all right, because we have a new item in our lists, and we need a new key for that. A quick way of doing that is actually just by clicking and adding a new code block, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to add it in here. So I'm just going to type room underscore ID, and I'm not going to plug this into this list. I'm just going to take this and plug it into the dictionary. All right, so I'm going to again do the same thing by creating a new list for my keys, in which I have this, because I cannot join it here together. If I join it in this list, it's going to work on this get parameter value by name when I don't have this parameter. Okay, I hope this is clear. So what am I going to do is actually create a new list again with add item to the end, and the item is actually this one, yeah, and the list is this one. There you go. Now I have the list of values and keys, a new one. All right, so I'm just going to plug this one. So what did we say? This is the keys, yeah. This goes in here, and this one goes in here. So you can see now I have number, name, area, room ID, and level also. One good thing to do is actually, instead of having them as dictionary, it would be really nice if we have the name of the room in here, and then the value. It's like a new dictionary where the key is the name of the room and the value is a dictionary. Okay, so it's like nested dictionaries. So I'm going to have a dictionary with a key, which is the name of the room, and the value is another dictionary that contains these informations. So to do this is really simple. We just need to create a new dictionary that takes actually these, as I said, as values, and it takes the names of the rooms that I have in here as keys. So if we take a look at this right now, you can see that instead of 0, 1, and so on, instead of having a list, I have a dictionary that has dictionaries inside. and this is really beneficial when we use JSON formats, and I'm going to show you in a minute why. So you have all these dictionaries that we know what do they contain, and once I click on there, I can have all my parameters. Of course, you can go ahead and add as much parameters as you want. This is just an example. All right, so now I think our data is ready. Now I need to feed this dictionary in here, and again it's automatic, so it's already written. There you go. So let's visualize this. Let's take a look at this. So I'm just going to hit Control A, Control C. All right, so now we go to this JSON editor online website, and I'm just going to paste the information that I got from Dynamo and just click on copy. And I'm going to view it as a tree. So you can see now I have this object that has many objects inside. All right, that we can like simply visualize this way instead of looking at it this way. So a JSON format is really useful, especially when we're working with web applications. So I created this really quickly before this video. So I created this chart, and here I have the information that I collected from Dynamo in a JavaScript script. So there you go. We can visualize our data this way. Okay, and of course we can export our data in many different formats like CSV and visualize them in Excel. Also, they have charts in there, or you can use also BI Power from Microsoft. So as you like, you can use your data. The important thing is that we saw today how to collect data, how to throw it into a dictionary, how to export it in a JSON format. So I hope this was useful. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And thanks for watching, and see you next time.